What is going on, fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money Online Training Podcast. It's your boy B Mark, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the mindset for maximum growth. We're talking about growing in income year over year over year over year. We're talking about making more money. We're talking about growing your social media following. We're talking about stepping into your power. We're talking about uncovering what your true potential actually is. I think the way that you achieve maximum growth, you need to understand two different things. Thing number one that you need to understand, actually, before we get into this, before we even get into like the things that you need to understand in order to achieve maximum growth, I will say this. If you want to be fucking phenomenal and you want to be an anomaly and you want to be one of the people that makes $100,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $10,000 a month, if you want to be that fucking guy, then you need to have a delusional level of self-belief, period. Step number one for maximum growth is a fucking delusional level of self-belief. Like delusional to the point that when you tell people your goals, they're like, oh, yeah, right. Like that's the level of self-belief that you need to have towards the shit that you're going after. Because if you don't have that, if you don't have that delusional level of self-belief, when life hits you with adversity, and it will, when people doubt you, and they will, when you're heading down a pathway and you run into a fucking roadblock or an obstacle, or you get fucking hit in the face with a 2x4, which will happen, you will quit. But when you truly believe, like I'm talking about like to the level that people think you're fucking crazy. Like when you get to the point where you get absolutely fucking obsessed and when you just like, it's all you can think about, it's all you can dream about, it's all you can hope about. When you can actually get yourself to that place where you are like so fucking confident that you are going to achieve success, dude, like magic starts to happen. And so the first thing before we even get into, the mindset for maximum growth is understanding that like you need to have an absolutely delusional level of self-belief. Delusional, meaning that like I'm so fucking confident that I will achieve success. Even if the entire world was against me, I would still fucking win. I'm unstoppable. You cannot beat me. That is the mentality. That is the mindset that will keep you in the game longer than everybody else. And guess what? This is a game where you're competing. And as much as people don't like, this is the thing. Everyone's like, all the fucking happy dippy guru bullshit people will be like, we're not competing with each other. There's abundance for everybody. It's like, I fucking disagree. Okay. I fucking disagree because there's somebody on your social media right now that's making a decision on whether or not they want to hire you or the other guy. And they're going to hire you or the other guy based on the amount of output that you have, the amount of value that you have, what you're able to create in the world. Like it's going to be purely based on that. And so if you are not the best in your fucking space and you are not doing everything in your power to be the absolute best that you can possibly be at that thing, I just think you're going to get beat, dude. I think you're going to get beat. And so the mindset for maximum growth is you need to be delusional enough to actually believe that you are the fucking best. Like I am the best. When it comes to women's fitness for women over 40, I'm the fucking best. You need to have that like delusional level of self-belief. And I know what you might be thinking, but Brian, not all of us can be the best. You're right. And honestly, this podcast isn't for everybody because 95% of people are too weak to ever commit to playing to their full potential. 95% of people listen to podcasts and they don't do anything. 95% of people allow their fear and their self-doubt to get in the way of going after their dreams. And so if you are one of the 95%, when I say be the best, you might be like, there's no way I could be the best. And you're right, because you think that. But there's also 5% of you that listen to like be the fucking best. And there's like something gets you fucking going. You got like butterflies in your tummy right now. You're like, yes, that's fucking me. If that's you and that resonates, then you need to commit. Like I will be the fucking best, period. Guys, I tell my story all the time because I think it's funny. When I first started my podcast, I was a nobody, AKA no one knew about me. I thought I was fucking hot shit. Nobody else thought I was hot shit. Nobody cared. But when I started my podcast, I literally said to myself, I'm the number one business coach for online fitness coaches. I am the number one business coach for online personal trainers. This is the number one podcast for online coaches. And guess what? 6 years later, everybody else is telling me what I've already been telling myself. And you might think that's egotistical and you might think that's self-centered, but from fucking day one, I literally claimed it. I'm the best in the space. And now it's undeniable. Other business coaches see it. Everybody else sees it. My clients see it. My community sees it. My team sees it. You need to believe it first, though. If I didn't believe it first, if I didn't take myself there, if I didn't allow myself to dream fucking big and like go crazy with my delusions and be like, I'm going to be the best. We're going to have the best events. We're going to bring the biggest speakers. We're going to bring Phil Heath. Like if I didn't let myself go there, then I never would have arrived. So you need to start there. So it starts with a delusional level of self-belief. I will do whatever is necessary to achieve success. That's thing number one. Now, the mindset for maximum growth. All right. Now that we understand the fucking what needs to happen before you can even talk about what I'm about to deliver, delusional level of self belief. Now we need to talk about the mindset for maximum growth, AKA, how do you double your fucking business? See, most people think that, well, the mindset for maximum growth, you need to have a vision, right? You need to know how much money you want to make, and you need to know exactly what you want, and you need to create that life. And I do believe this is true, but I don't think this is where you start, my friends. I don't think this is where you start. I think that if you want to double your income and you want to take your life to the next level and you want to start taking care of your family, taking them on vacations, pay off your fucking debt, pay off your credit card, like make more money than you've ever made in your life, I think the first step is to get wildly disgusted with the level that you're playing at. Like wildly disgusted. Like I want you to do me a favor, and after this fucking podcast, I want you to open up your bank account and look at the dollar amount. Are you happy with that? After this podcast, I want you to do me a favor and go into the previous month and see how much money you made in the previous month. And honestly ask yourself, is this what I believe that I'm worth? I want you to look at your social media efforts and how much you're like really studying content and putting yourself out there and sharing the free fucking messages that are on Instagram right now, because you can post on Instagram and get seen by 1,000 fucking people. I'm sorry, if you wanted to get a billboard on the side of a highway where 1,000 cars drive by it every single day, that costs $1,000 a month, and you can do it for free, FREE on Instagram. So I want you to look at your social media efforts and honestly ask yourself the question, like, are you satisfied with the level of output? I want you to look at how much energy and effort you're putting into your online fitness business and honestly ask yourself the question, are you satisfied and happy with the level that you're at? See, so many of us meander throughout life hoping that we're going to get another shot. But like, guys, it's fucking May. It's May 16th, AKA it's halfway through the year. If you haven't started your online fitness business and you've been talking about it all year, you're fucking joking. Like you're a joke. You're kidding yourself. Are you joking me? You're going to go another 6 months and not take any action? You're going to stay in the same fucking place talking about how you're going to get started soon when your ducks line up in a row and when all the things come into play and when you got your program set up and your website and your funnel and all that shit. That's when you're going to fucking start. And for those of you guys that have started, listen up. You think you achieve a little bit of success and now you can just take your foot off the fucking gas? Are you actually satisfied with that? Are you happy with that? Like for me, I always like imagine like, dude, I can't imagine looking my daughter in the face and being like, hey, honey, I want you to settle for a mediocre life. Okay. I want you to settle for mediocrity. I want you to be okay with getting paid minimum wage. And I want you to make sure that you're safe and secure. And I want you, if you ever get tired, I want you to take a break. And when it gets hard, I want you to give up. Like, what the fuck? We would never do that. But then with ourselves, we're like lazy as fuck. We don't put in the work. We get a little bit of success and then we take our foot off the gas. Guys, what are we fucking doing? The mindset for maximum growth, step number one is you need to get wildly disgusted with the level that you're playing at. Unless you get to a point where you can't stand the person that's looking back at you in the mirror because you start being brutally fucking honest with yourself, you're never going to transform your life. And if you don't like that message, this isn't for you. Go back to being mediocre. Go back to being basic. Go back to being average like everybody else. Because everybody else on the fucking planet will tell you, it's okay, it's all right. You don't have to fucking work so hard. You don't have to push so hard. You can take a break. But that's because everybody else on the planet is fucking broke. 95% of society is fucking broke because they're not going all in, because they're not pursuing themselves. They're not like pushing their potential. They're not pushing the boundary of what's actually possible. And if you are currently listening to this and you're making under $10,000 a month, bro, give your fucking head a shake. No. You're fucking up, because making 10K a month is not that hard. It really isn't. You sign 10 clients at $1,000, you're at 10K a month, period. That seems really fucking simple, and it's because it is. We like to overcomplicate things. So we're like, what do I post? And if I'm going to be consistent, how consistent do I need to be? What platform should I be posting on? And like, how many times on Instagram should I be posting? But I've been posting and it's just not working. Be fucking consistent. Be absolutely disgusted with the level that you're playing at. If the consistency that you're putting in isn't leading to the result that you want, modify and change some things, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. But don't be fucking comfortable here. Don't be satisfied here. Like, dude, I go to bed every night and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you're a fucking bad bitch. Yes, you fucking are. Because there's not a single stone I'm leaving unturned every day, dude. Every fucking day, I'm up at 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning, every single morning. By the time you guys wake up, I've already worked out, worked on my mindset, gone to the fucking gym, worked on my business, made a post on social media, done a live stream. And like, I want you to really think about this for a second, okay? Because by the time I get to the end of my fucking day, at 5, 6, 7 p.m., whenever the fuck I decide to end, I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, you fucking are doing it, bro. Like you're doing the thing. You're going all in. You're pursuing greatness. You're not fucking missing. You're hiring the mentors. You're in the fucking right rooms. But like the reason I'm able to do that is because I was so disgusted with being a drug addict. Like I was so disgusted with being a loser. I was so disgusted with getting my heart broken by girls because I wasn't being a fucking man. I was so disgusted because I was getting left because I was like a weak fucking person because I kept talking about how I wanted to achieve big things, but I never took any fucking action. And so any woman that came into my life was just repulsed by my lack of masculinity. Like I was just done with it. I was like, I'm not going to be that fucking guy anymore. And so like you, if you really want to change your life and you want to like achieve maximum growth, then you need to make the decision that you're not willing to be that fucking guy or that fucking girl anymore. Like the version of you that came into this fucking podcast and is listening to this right now, that version of you needs to die. RIP, rest in peace. Leave it in the past because that's where it belongs. If you really want to achieve maximum success and get maximum growth and start doubling your fucking business, you need to be disgusted with the level that you're playing at, period. So that's number one, is to be wildly disgusted with the level that we're playing at and no longer like, I will no longer tolerate this. Like, I ain't a bitch. I don't fucking sleep in. I don't miss on posts. I don't miss on podcasts. I don't miss on calls. I role play daily. Like, that's the fucking mindset. That's the mentality. I'm no longer satisfied with the level that I'm playing at. That's part one. Now, part two, there's a contrast, right? On one side of the scale, we're like, I'm fucking disgusted with the level that I'm playing at. The other side of the scale is we get absolutely obsessed with what we want. We get obsessed. Now, when you listen to me say this, like when I'm like, I get up at 3:00 in the morning, you might think that's fucking crazy, right? You're like, why would you get up at 3? That's so dumb. Why don't you wake up at 6 like everybody else? Blah, blah, blah. The reason that it's easy for me to get up at 3 and it's no longer a negotiation on whether or not I should do it is because I'm so fucking clear on what I want, dude. Like I'm so crystal clear on the vision that I'm creating. I'm so crystal clear on the type of man that I want to be, on the type of leader that I want to be, on the type of fucking father that I want to be, the type of community leader that I want to be, the type of influencer that I want to be. Like I'm so clear on it. And it makes me so fucking excited to get out of bed every single day and pursue it and go after it with everything that I have, leaving no stone unturned in every part of the process. Like I love it, dude. Like I love it. And so the mindset for maximum growth is not only to have a vision for like where you want to go, but to really get like obsessed and excited and motivated and passionate about that direction. And like, this is the part that a lot of people struggle with because like most of you, and this might be you failed in the past. And because you failed in the past at going after the thing that you want, you don't want to call your shot, right? You don't want to state to the universe, like, I want to make $25,000 a month. I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to fucking retire my wife. I want to retire my grandma. I want to buy my kid a house. Like you don't say these things because you're afraid that if you speak it and then you miss, you're going to fail. Guess what? You're fucking going to. You're going to fail. Whether or not you want to, you're going to fail. You either, number one, you're a failure because you never even fucking tried. You never put your hat in the arena, which in my opinion is worse because not only are you a failure, but you're also a coward. Or you could just set the goal of the place that you want to go, the destination that you want to reach, and you can just state like, I want to make $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month. And then in that process, you just try your fucking ass off and you're so excited, you're motivated, you're posting. It's just not working, but you keep showing up, you keep getting better, you keep getting better. You're going to fail month after month after month after month after month after month. But with the right mentorship and the right guidance and the right leadership, boom, you break through. And that's a fucking good feeling, right? That's a good feeling. That's something that we want. And then like, we're talking about the mindset for maximum growth here. So I'm going to give you all the fucking sauce. This is where a lot of you guys stop though, right? You set this first goal of hitting 5K, 10K, 15K a month. Then you hit it and you're like, I'm a fucking top G. I'm so fucking cool. I'm making 15K a month now. And you take your foot off the gas. And while you take your foot off the gas, I'm over here at 3:00 in the morning, getting my ass up, excited about the next step, excited about the mountain that I'm climbing, excited about the next destination that I'm about to reach. See, this is the thing, right? Like, I think that so many people get like excited about achieving the goal for the time frame that they're achieving the goal from, and then they set the goal as the end point. Dude, when you hit the goal, that's the starting point. You want the mindset for maximum growth? As soon as you hit that goal, you get excited about it. You let yourself celebrate it. You fucking give yourself a pat on the back for being an absolute and total fucking badass. And then you're like, yo, how do I expand this vision? Like, how can I take this to the next level? What does the next level of my business looks like? And maybe the next level of your business doesn't mean that you're trying to double it in size in terms of revenue, but maybe the next level of your business is you start getting your clients together for meetups. Maybe the next level of your business is you start investing in the next level of a mentorship program. Maybe the next level of your business is you hire your first coach on your team. Maybe the next level of your business is you start spending money on ads. But you never actually, most people never fucking do that because they get to the level where they like achieve the first goal. And as soon as they achieve the first goal, they're like, I did it. You did what? You did fucking nothing. You did nothing memorable. You got one win and you're using that as the excuse for not doubling down and going all in. And this is why a lot of people never actually reach the next fucking level. Like straight up. A lot of you guys will get to the glass ceiling of hitting 10K a month. You're like, cool, I did 10K a month. Fucking good for you, dude. That's it. 10K a month is fucking easy. I do that in my sleep. If I make less than 10K in a day, I'm fucking pissed. You guys are excited about 10K in a month. There's levels to the game, dude. And like, why would you let yourself not play at the fucking best possible level if there's people in this space that are playing at maximum levels? Like, if you're only making 3 to 5K a month, why would you let that be a fucking reality when you know that I have a client in my program right now that's making $500,000 per month? If you divide that by days, the amount of money that he's making per day, on average, he's making $15,000 a day as an online fitness coach. And you're satisfied with 2 to 3 to 5K a month? Dude, like what the fuck? So number one is like, I got to be wildly disgusted with the level that I'm at and no longer willing to tolerate playing at a fucking basic bitch level. That's number one. But number two, I got to get like so fucking excited about the idea of hitting the next level and so hungry for the next level and so motivated for not only the longer term vision of the destination that I'm trying to reach, but the next fucking target. Like if you're at 5K a month, the next target should be 10K. And every single day you wake up and you're like, this is the fucking month. I'm fucking hitting it. And you say it and you say it and you say it. And the first month you might fail, the second month you might fail. And then after 2 months of failure, you might actually look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm fucking hitting it this month. And then you do it. Dude, that's the mindset for maximum growth. And then as soon as you hit that goal, you pat yourself on the back for being an absolute and total badass. And then you ask yourself, what the fuck is next? If you conquered one mountain, why couldn't you conquer another? If there's trainers online making 20K a month, why can't that be you? There's trainers making 50K a month, why can't that be you? Right? You just think that they're fucking special and that they have some sort of superpower, some sort of fucking mojo jojo that you don't have? Of course, that's not the case. They just have it up here, dude. And that's why it's called the mindset for maximum growth. People always talk about mindset. I feel like that fucking term is overused and I absolutely hate it, but I want to define it for you so you understand what I'm saying. The mindset is the decision that you make on what type of thoughts, behaviors, patterns, and actions that you tolerate for yourself. That's a mindset. Like I set my mind on being the absolute fucking best in my space. And then when I hit it, now that I am it, I'm setting my mind on being the absolute best in the space. I'm talking about Gary Vee, Ed Mylett, Andy Frisella. And as I say those things out of my mouth, again, you might think I'm fucking crazy. I don't give a shit because I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. I'm just telling you what's going to fucking happen. And so for you, what you need to do is you need to make the decision that you're going to be the very best. You're the best online fitness coach for men over 40. You are the best online fitness coach for women who just had a baby. You know what I'm trying to say? You are the best online fitness coach for vegans. Whatever your demographic is, whatever your specialty is, whatever your niche is, be the fucking best. That's it. That's all. I hope you guys have the best day of your entire life. Be delusional about your success. Be fucking crazy. Be so crazy that when people hear your goals, they think you're a fucking nut job. That's step one. Step two, everything that we want exists on contrasts. So I think when we're thinking about how to get to a destination, we also have to realize that we're not fucking satisfied with the current location. So we need to look at ourselves and be like, I'm not fucking pumped about the fact that I'm broke, that I'm making 2K a month, that everybody else, like there's other trainers online right now that are making 10K a month with less experience, less money. Like that should piss you off. So get disgusted with the level that you're playing at. And third thing is get excited. Get excited about where you could go. Get motivated about the destination. Get like pumped up about the fact that you get the opportunity to create your dream life every single day. What a beautiful fucking opportunity. And at the start of the podcast, I talked about how we're 6 months into the year and like, it's a fucking joke if you haven't committed to your goals yet. But I'm also going to give you a message of hope and let you know that there's 6 more months left. There's 6 more months where you could take action and become the best fucking version of yourself. There's 6 more months where you could step into your power and come into 2025 with a successful, profitable $10,000 to $20,000 a month business. But it's not going to happen if you keep sitting on your ass and lying to yourself that you're happy with the current location, destination, and situation that you're currently in. That's it. That's all. I hope you guys have the best day of your entire life. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.